All right, peace and blessings, everybody. This is Quentin Stroud, the Master Oracle, coming to you from CoachMeQ.com. Listen, go ahead and click on the link right here if you want to go ahead and book your 2019 future forecast, where you're going to be getting accurate predictions month after month after month about what's going on for your new year and how you can move and navigate through it. You can also subscribe to my channel. That way you can get more information about what I do as an oracle, and maybe we can work together in the future. What I'm going to be doing today is going into what is happening for 2019. These are future forecasts for the entire year. So these are predictions. I actually have my tarot spread laid out here. And what I did was I went into some time of meditation and silence to prepare for what is coming for this new year. And so this is just going to be overarching. Whatever comes up, comes out. Spirit has given it to me. It has not been rehearsed. I'm just going to give it to you as it's coming through. Okay. So when I laid this spread out, the first thing I'll say here is that I do see fortune coming for us. I do see that over the next probably 10 months or so, there's going to be a lot more things that are going to be going up and up and up, fortune happening and things showing up for 2019, where people are going to be actually seeing increases in their profession, increases in their finances, increases in certain areas. I'm going to get into that a little bit more in depth in a minute, but they're going to be seeing those increases. And so as we go into 2019 is 2019, is a 12 year. 12 is a number of divine authority. That means that as we go into the new year, there's going to be a renewed sense of power and authority for the individual. So this is not like a corporate kind of governmental authority. This is divine authority. This is where you're going to be having the power in your own life, over your own life, to start to make commands and demands of the universe. Okay. So I want you to know that 2019 is going to be a year of divine authority for you. And as over the next 10 months specifically, you're going to be seeing increases. Now, I want to go into that a little bit more in depth about what that's going to look like, because what I do see is that a lot of people are sleeping, and this is how I'm seeing it, and this was coupled with this. A lot of people are sleeping in different areas of investing and sleeping on different areas of trying to better their financial condition. People are doing the same old, and they're not trying too much of anything new. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean that you might not try to start a new business, or you might not try to do a new side hustle or whatever. But what I do see here is that people really aren't trying to do new things. So the first thing I'll say here is that the increase, and this is going to come up a little bit later as well in the reading, but the increase is going to be in the area of cryptocurrency, where Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and other ICOs that are going to be coming out. There's going to be a lot more ICOs, initial coin offerings, that are going to be coming out. And I personally own a little bit of Bitcoin and Ethereum, but just a little bit, like 0.001, whatever. It's really little, but you want to get that. You're going to want to get that up. Okay. You're going to want to get that up for 2019, because the new ICOs that are coming out, especially in Ethereum, is going to be really, really important. The other thing I'm seeing here is that when it comes to gold and silver, you're going to really want to focus on silver in big quantities, gold in smaller ounces, smaller quantities. And this is going to really, really help you. I'm going to put some links below to help you kind of navigate that a little bit better as well. But it's going to really, really help you go into 2020, 2021, 2022, okay? 2023. So 4 years, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. It's going to really help you go over the next 4 years, because this is people are sleeping on this, and it's not even funny what's going to be happening if you do. Okay. Now, what's crossing this is really interesting, because what's crossing this is what's keeping people from experiencing the gains that they want to experience, is that there's too much emotion. There's a lot of emotional energy going on right now. There's definitely going to be a return to the feminine. There's going to be a return to the feminine, but it's not going to be an easy transition. I'm telling you now, it's not going to be an easy return to the feminine. There's been a lot of masculine energy, and the masculine energy is fighting for dominance. It's fighting to hold on to the little power that it has. But there's going to be a return to the feminine. What does that mean? What that means is that you might feel more emotional. You might feel more anxiety. You might feel more kind of scattered a little bit. But you're also going to be more productive. you're also going to be able to accomplish more and make more connections. Okay, so don't be afraid of the return to the feminine, but you do want to find ways of dealing with your emotions. So if that means meditating more, if that means more yoga, if that means running or exercising, something that's going to get you in the zone, something that's going to get you to focus, that's going to be so much better because the emotional energy is going to be all over the place. Okay. Another thing I'm seeing here is that there's going to be a lot of self-imposed bondages. And what that means is that you're going to be kind of putting yourself in spaces or places that you might feel bound or like I can't, like my hands are tied. That's it. Like my hands are tied that I can't get out of this. What I need you to know is that yes, you can. Okay, if you're feeling in bondage, if you're feeling captive, if you're feeling like this is not serving me, but it's too late now, that's not true. You can get out of those things that are no longer serving you, but you need to know this for yourself. Okay. Now, what I see here in the foundation position is that, oh, okay, this is interesting. You better enjoy the ride. That's how I'm going to say it. You're going to have to enjoy the ride. That it's not going to be a boring year for you. Okay, this is not going to be a boring year. You're going to want to enjoy this. Enjoy this journey. Enjoy what Spirit has coming up for us. Even if it's weird, even if it doesn't look like, who can enjoy this? You need to find the joy. That's it. Find the joy in it. Don't let it be another mundane year, another status quo year. This is in the foundational position, which means you need to find as much joy as you can. In areas of entertainment, in areas of movies, there's going to be a lot more happening there. And if you are, I'm going to say this, I don't know who this is for, but if you are an investor and you know how to invest in entertainment, it's going to be very good for you to do so. It's going to be very good for you to invest in entertainment arenas because a lot of people are going to be looking for things to distract them. You understand what I'm saying? Even more dramatic movies and even more movies that tell people's story, that kind of thing. You're going to want to find a way to invest in this. Also, thank you, Spirit, investing in fashion and apparel or finding ways to come out with new fashion or new apparel, new stuff that has never been seen before. I'm talking about like exotic, never been seen before looks. This is going to be really, really important for 2019 because as I'm seeing it here in the foundation position, I don't know what this is about, but even men wearing more colorful clothing and more feminine clothing. I don't know what this is about, but it's going to be a lot more swing towards that, even more so in 2019. Okay, so start really looking at how the trends are changing and how you can get ahead of any trends. Now, I do see here in the past position, our legal system and our justice system is going to get a big hit. A big hit. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming out as far as exposing cover-ups, exposing things in our justice system, and the justice system is going to take a big hit. The energy around this is very, very low. Very, very low. So when I talk about I'm talking about U.S. justice system, but we're going to start to see corruption being exposed all over the place. Okay? Okay, thank you, Spirit. And then the other thing I'm seeing here is that as this corruption is going to be exposed, people are going to be losing their positions. They're going to be losing their positions. It's not going to be corruption exposed and business as usual. No, corruption exposed and people are going to be losing it. Okay, so don't be afraid or don't be thrown off when you see the corruption being brought to the forefront. We're going to think, oh, it's a tragedy. Oh, it's terrible. It's not. It's truth winning out. It's truth ruling the day. Because you got to understand that the 12 is a number of divine governance, divine authority. And so with divine governance, that even the governments are going to have to make a shift from their old way, patriarchal, intellect base to a feminine intuition base governing, which ruling with divine governance and truth is going to be the order of the day. Okay, so as all this stuff is coming up, don't be surprised by it. Now, I want to go back into this again because I'm seeing here in the attitudes and beliefs, people's understanding of money is going to start to shift, which is why cryptocurrency, I said it earlier, cryptocurrency is going to take off. The dollar is going to be weakening. Other currencies are going to get hit even harder. Even smaller based currencies, smaller currencies, like smaller countries, their currencies are going to be hit very, very hard as well. You're going to also want to, this is interesting. You're going to also want to start learning how to trade and start learning how to move in physical, tangible items, right? Physical, tangible items. That's not to say anything bad is happening. It's just say when you don't have to exchange money, don't. When you can get something for giving something, do that. When you can barter, hold on to your money for when you really need it. But if you can get something for giving something, do that. And if by any means necessary. Here in the future position, I do see that there's going to be a lot more planning and a lot more babies coming. A lot more family planning. Thank you, Spirit. A lot more family planning and a lot more babies coming. And so for those of you who are planning to have children in 2019, who want to have children coming up, go ahead and do it. It's going to be really good for you to do it now. Even though times are going to get tough going forward, do it now rather than later. Because if you wait, you're not going to want to do it, if that makes sense. So for anybody planning on having babies, definitely go ahead and do this. Now, I'm also seeing this as a period of grace for the babies. So the babies are going to be in a period of grace. So they're not going to feel the sting now. So that's why it's good to go ahead and have the babies now, because they're going to be under an umbrella of grace, so that when we come back out of the tough times, they're going to be like, oh, I never felt it. I didn't even know we were in a bad situation, because they were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. They didn't feel the sting like we felt it because we were older. You understand what I'm saying? And we knew what was going on. They're not going to know. And so they're going to come back out of it. And if you position yourself correctly now and going into the near future, they're going to come out in a much better financial situation than you are and you were during this lean times. Okay? Okay, thank you. You're going to have to rely very heavily on your friends and your friendships and your connections and that, right? You're going to have to rely very heavily on that, because the way things are looking right now, it's not going to be one individual kind of relationship, lone wolf kind of mentality. You're not going to be able to do it that way. You're going to have to do it in a way where you literally are needing to live with each other, live together, be together. If you got to rent out rooms in your house, if you got to rent out your basement, if you got to rent out your attic, do it. I'm telling you now, it's going to be really, really important for everybody to bound together. 3 families all living together under one roof. And if that means you gotta buy a bigger house for the next 10 years, go into it with a 10-year plan and get a 15-year mortgage. Thank you, Spirit. I'm getting it. Bigger house, 15-year mortgage, pay it down quickly over the next 10 years, and then break up. You understand what I'm saying to you? Then go your separate ways. However you need to do that, it's going to be a lot better to do it that way than to do smaller renting and just me and mine, if you understand. Relationships are going to take a jump and then a hit, is how I'm seeing it. Relationships are going to take a jump and then a hit. So if you feel that your relationship is getting better, getting wonderful, it's fantastic, great. But then know that it's probably going to take a hit. Probably around June, July, it's going to take another hit, okay? Where you're not going to feel as strong in your relationship as you did when you first started out. You understand? If you want to wait to get into a relationship until after June, July, and I'm talking about kind of well after June, July, it might be better. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't have to be in a relationship right now, if you ain't trying to be booed up right now, that's fine. Wait till after June, July, and then start something. Then get into it. It'll be a lot better for you if you do it that way. Listen, guys, lastly, what I'll say is, Don't be expecting too many big promotions in 2019. Companies are downsizing, cutting back, cutting jobs. If you do get a title promotion, but not a big raise, okay. Okay. You might get some more responsibility, but not a big raise. A lot of companies are cutting back. There's a lot of companies going bankrupt. There's a lot of companies going bankrupt. I'm seeing 10 or so bigger companies going bankrupt and having to actually file for bankruptcy, but they're not going to close or not going to, shut down. They're just going to have to file for bankruptcy to reorganize or restructure. Okay, so be mindful of this. This is what's happening, and I want to keep this short and concise. But if you want to book a 2019 future forecast session specifically for you, go ahead and click on the link here, and let's go ahead and do that as we go deeper into the new year. I'm telling you, baby, it's going to be a good one. And when I say good for those who know what they're doing and know how to position themselves through it. Anyway, guys, I love you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Go ahead and consult the Oracle, and may your life never be the same ever again. All right, I'll talk to you soon. See you on the other side. Peace and blessings.